Hey guys, Dr. Steve here. Today I'm going to teach you how to unpack a thought to a feeling. I'll tell you why that's important, especially to free up and liberate more energy from your system, so stay tuned. Okay, welcome back. So this is called funnel to the feeling. Now, why would we want to actually flush out what a feeling is? Well, feelings and thoughts are different, and feelings can really store in the body as well as thoughts can store in the body, but they both can store as tight, compressed energy inside your system, which doesn't have you feel as free in your body. So this funnel to the feeling is what I wrote down to allow you to be able to unpack and differentiate a thought and a feeling. Well, let me give you an example. When I was with a girl the other day and she was telling me about a distressful situation that was happening with her boyfriend, she was saying, every time he leaves the house and doesn't tell me where to go, I feel like he's making me feel unimportant. So I feel like he makes me feel unimportant. And I said, well, that's not really a feeling. That's a thought. But she thought that the thought was a feeling. So what we first identified is that she had the thought, not the feeling. I feel like he makes me feel unimportant. Great. Okay, so now we're acknowledging the thought. Now, we break that down to I feel unimportant, because that's more at the root of what she's actually saying. That stream of thought is overriding an actual feeling. Now let me just give you one thing first, is feelings happen faster than thoughts. They happen at lightning speeds in the body. So when you feel a certain way, it's responding, and then the thought arises in your conscious awareness. So this is why we want to break this down to what the feeling is, because the feeling is already stored and positioned your body in a certain way. And if it stores like that, it sucks your energy and it keeps the same thought patterns arising. So we want to break some of this thought pattern down so we can see what's at the core feeling and what's at the core of being stored inside your body as tension and energy. So we go from, I feel like he makes me feel unimportant. Okay, that's the thought. Now we break that down a little further to, I feel unimportant. Okay, well, unimportant is still a concept. What does that even mean? It's still a concept from the mind. It's not a feeling. Unimportant is not a feeling, it's a thought. So I feel unimportant. We break that down further to, when I feel unimportant, I feel small. Okay? That's getting tighter in its nature and tighter in its description. So I feel like he makes me feel unimportant. I feel small. Okay? Let's break that down a little further. When I feel small, I feel alone. Well, one of the core feelings in the first stage of healing, which is when we suffer, is the feeling of feeling alone. So we break that down even smaller. So this now becomes a core suffering pattern, which those core suffering patterns are wired in before the age of 8. 0 to 8, we manage our core suffering a certain way. So now we've broken it down. So first it was, I feel like he makes me feel unimportant, but really behind all that is that I feel alone when he does that. Okay? And we break that down to the last one. When we feel alone, what do you feel? Well, I feel sad. So sad is actually the feeling. So when we able to break that down to the actual core feeling, she was able to feel that and feel into that core feeling. And it no longer, the thought became less relevant. The thought that she was observing on the outside of her environment was much less relevant once you identify that core feeling. I feel sad. I feel sad was the core feeling behind, I feel like he makes me feel unimportant. That's just mind banter. Okay? So now we break all this down, we feel sad. So now what I encourage you to do, that we identified that, and said, okay, every time, so instead of trying to fix his behavior, every time he does that behavior, if he leaves the house without you, without telling you that he's leaving, and he just kind of takes off, I want you to feel into feeling sad. Don't bind your whole body with this thought that, oh, I'm unimportant, he doesn't care about me, he doesn't like me, all those thoughts that can come in. It's just feel into the sadness as he's driving away, as he's getting into his car, as he's driving down the road. And you'll free up your energy and you'll have a greater level of energy to know what to do next. But if you're just going into the mind and locking everything in with the mind, you're going to be less resourceful and you're not going to know what to do, and you're just going to try to fix him constantly and try to change his behavior. Start with you first. I teach that with everyone. No matter what the situation is around you, start with you first. And the way that we start is we go to funnel the feeling, thought, get down to the core feeling, feel that. Now when someone's behaving a certain way, just feeling into that feeling now starts to free, and you free your energy and you stay breathing really large and you stay in a more resourceful state. So next time you hear someone saying this, you can help them to break it down even tighter, or if you catch yourself in this type of languaging, you can help to break that down to find what is that core feeling and then just feel it and feel into it instead of trying to avoid it by thinking certain thoughts. So feel the feeling, the funnel of the feeling. Good luck with that. Good luck with your healing.